Good evening, my night watchers. Welcome back to THR. I'm your host, Matador Gabe. A sanctuary built from the dead. A cult who believes their father is the Dark Lord, and a doctor and his monster. Tonight, we talk about 28 years later, the Bone Temple. The movie picks up right where the previous film left off. When we last saw Spike, he was fresh off adding his mom to the Bone Temple, choosing to leave everything he knows behind, including his dad. Foiled again, Quicksilver, my boy immediately gets pressed by a swarm of infected that are ready to turn him into lunch. And just when it started to look like he might be overwhelmed, a group of blonde saviors shows up ready to throw down. Alright, we Gucci now, because when your protection wears a tracksuit, you know you're gonna have to gabagoo. And at first, you appreciate the help, but as they get closer, you see the leader's chain and pendant, an upside down crucifix. You might not be aware that wearing your bling this way means that you fuck with the Church of Satan. Cut to the pond. Right away, we start with Spike surrounded by the cult, where we're about to witness a fight to the death. It seems the crew have been living in a new world with their own set of rules and rituals. They believe that their purpose is to serve the Dark Lord, and to do that, you've gotta be built for this. And also apparently change your name to Jimmy. Right away, you can tell that this isn't trying to do the same thing as the other films. 28 Days Later was strange, fresh, chaotic. Nobody knew what was going on and everything just fell apart. It was gritty, it was tense, and it was actually terrifying. Then 28 years later brought us into a story where people and the infected had already adapted to this new world. We get introduced to this new way of life, and once we step out of their safe isolation, we start to realize that there's still a lot that we don't really understand about what's out there, and neither do they. But they have this sense of control, and that almost allows us to relax in this world. Now with Bone Temple, we take a couple steps further, learning about one of the more sinister groups that came out of all this, showing that there's more than one way to skin a person. Also still alive, we've got Dr. Kelson, still at his Bone Temple, still experimenting, and he has a new bestie, the Alpha, baby leg and all. Seriously, you can't just go make him a loincloth or something? I mean, you're just gonna let him run around swinging and putting lives in danger for no reason? Jeez. So here we are, just spiraling down a couple of storylines. One that sees Spike unwillingly become a Jimmy, getting pulled deeper into all that satanic thinking, just trying to survive. And the whole time you're just sitting there thinking, okay, what is he willing to do? Is he really gonna drink the Kool-Aid? While all of that chaos is happening, we've got Cheech and Chong getting high together every night, somehow making discoveries about the infected that we never would have expected. What do you know? Doing drugs can save your life, at least in this world. And that right there is what I love about this movie. It doesn't fall for the sequel trap where you take the same tired ideas and just run them into the ground over and over and over until eventually you finally get to the sequel where you're in space. It really just takes time to continue building the universe, and we get to see some developments that don't pull you out of the experience. And visually, this movie really shines. I mean, the Bone Temple set piece was already one of the most visually striking things I had ever seen in the first one, and they managed to somehow make it seem even more unsettlingly awesome. Like the devil obviously lives there. The character designs are really cool in a film. You have the world itself that's dirty, dingy, very earthy. Then you got the Power Rangers over here running around with gear that's so bright and loud, the contrast really pops. A part of me did wonder why the hell they were dressed like that in the apocalypse, but at the same time, it fits the narrative, so carry on, Jimmies. But even still, I didn't come away completely satisfied with the movie because as with every horror experience, I want to get scared and this film just doesn't doesn't really serve it up that way. Like, yeah, there's some gruesome stuff, there's some crazy things, there's kills, murders, skinnings, things that really make you question if the meat's gone bad, but the tension falls a bit flat. It's a bit more about finding out what's gonna happen rather than, I don't know if we're gonna get through this. And because we're exploring the characters so much, the infected kind of lose their place as the main threat. I mean, the whole time I'm watching, I'm not even stressed, I'm laughing. I think it could have been a bit better if it was terrifying. However, when the infected would show up, I'd just be like, alright, do your thing. So overall, I'd say this movie's better than good. It takes risks, it builds up the world, it stays interesting and gives us something different to explore. And that ending, oof, that might have been worth the price of admission itself. If you want to be on the edge of your seat, this might not get you there. You might end up feeling like something was missing. But if you're a fan of the experience and wanted to continue exploring the world, get fed some skin-crawling gore and wanted to take part in a dark satanic trip, then throw this baby on because it's a really good story and I had a lot of fun watching this one. So my night watchers, step into the bone temple if you dare. And if you happen to get high while you're there, probably don't fall asleep next to the big infected monster who rips out spines just because it can. If you love horror and you enjoyed this content, please make sure you like and subscribe. I've got plenty more on the way and your support for this channel means the world to us. Stay tuned and I'll catch you down the road.